Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, and welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kagbo. Today we get a very interesting program where they can analyze. I mean, if you check the what do they say, the dangerous plan where we parliamentarians and don't set for the republic, for the economy, you go be shocked for no say them people here, they don't care about nobody except their own interest. Now, the reason why I come with this program specifically, now because it seems as if we people don't forget. Today I supposed for come with today President Julius Maada in 5 years. I supposed for come with in program, but we'll push around there for tomorrow or next tomorrow for local analyzing 5 years. Incomplete 5 years constitutionally don't end today. But a lot of people, they see a lot of media outlets there. They know they talk about this danger, where the looming danger of the economy. The parliamentarians, the people that we elect for go talk for we, they don't hatch one bad plan for the economy. In other words, for destroy or even wreck just for their own selfishness. I mean, this thing, some of we, it pain we to the bottom of our heart, because not to the first and this way, they don't come up with them plan there. We don't expose some of them plan. I mean, if you check 2020, then leak one bad plan back where them be put for make sure say then get all of the economy in terms of getting huge salary, fat salary, unprecedented amount of benefits. Then will be shocked among them for say for buy for them clothes. Yes, they act made them buy for them clothes. You can imagine. So they can analyze this deep one. Now not gonna say you say get the opportunity for send the comments. We go read them definitely as long as it did within the civility aspect of it. We're not gonna say we can quickly for analyze this very important program.
Talking Point platform for news within our countries alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TTPTV. We put enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TTPTV.
Fumble. First and foremost, let us try to understand the work of Parliament. Let us see how its significance and the hope we get as Sierra Leoneans. Parliament is among the three organs of government where now the judiciary, we get the judiciary, we get the executive, we get the legislature, where Parliament fall within the legislature. Then work now for make laws them for we, amend laws them for we, revoke laws them for we, or rectify agreements them, or bilateral agreements there, or protocols, or MOU memorandum of understanding where we government don't do with other states them, now then work now among other. Therefore, we see say not to everybody in a democracy dispensation, not to everybody they go inside Parliament for go talk for we, and therefore we send people in. So the role of the Parliament now for go talk for the people, for go make laws and for we, go talk for the interest of the Sierra Leoneans in general. Now, why then create this? Now, a very brilliant idea, a clever for making do what they say separation of powers. Why? Because no one let them concentrate in democracy. It's dangerous for them concentrate one power for concentrate power in one area. For example, even if it be the judiciary, or even if it be the executive, or even if it be the legislature. So in other words, then three branch of government then they interwork. In other words, then they regulate themselves indirectly. They check what they call checks and balances. These are the reason we make them form the three part of the three arms of government here. But specifically, with a mention on the parliament, Now, I go tell you, most of the laws then where they pass now the country, any law one pass now the country, it get for go through the parliament. Apart from that, also, no amount of money, particularly the money under the consolidated fund, nobody not for take 1 cent per now unless it come up from parliament authority, pass parliament approval. And again, no mining company no will come, or any big company one can work in the country without not get the blessings of governments. But over the years, even the parliament itself, they don't pass some bad laws there. In fact, it was this same parliament where she said 10 parliamentarians and 10 APC parliamentarians were kicked out, where the judiciary sanctioned and stamped. We don't see how this parliament help for pass bad law. For example, this cyber crime would then put incendiary. The cyber law, the cyber crime bill itself, no bad in general. But technically, the government put one clause where they call incendiary, where they can use for arrest opposition or anybody who not in favor, or anybody who not in line with the government dictates. They use a particular clause for arrest people there. We see Kemosise was arrested under that same part of incendiary day. Now, let me jump quickly to the main thing we make a Wankaya. Now, with all this, the parliament, yes, then deserve forget payment. But however, we see with parliamentarians of recently, then they ask for even too much. Then they ask for too much. The reason why I make us say so too much is because first, before you ask me them pay you exorbitantly, you get for check first, you boss if it gets that money there. We all the work. I know what got one morning, I go tell me boss say, I want let you pay me $2 million. Me boss go tell me if he made day. Me boss go ask me if I'm normal. Yes, now me right for go ask for pay, but at the same time, I get for use me common sense and ask me boss and understand. Even I don't need for ask and say, but for don't read between the line for know whether me boss can afford for pay me $2 million. This is exactly what happened where the parliamentarians do not ask the people of Salone, do not check we economy, do not see whether we economy is strong enough for pay them. What they do, then be asked for huge amount of payment. This is not to the first time, but this one, they do one secretly now. Before we not say yes. Few days ago, I mean, today President Julius Madabio in term of office done. Now Parliament they can close and their own term of office they done. So what did they do? Then pass a bill where go allow me them pay them huge amount of money. A part of paying that huge amount of money, then forget benefits. A part of getting that benefits, then forget 25% increments every 5 years per them benefits on 80% of the gross salary. Can you imagine? Every 5 years, then for increase them. Even they're not in a parliament, so these guys where they go, so they outgone people there. They are going. Some of them they will never be parliamentarians again. But what they do, then seek a deal for themselves. You see how painful, how treacherous, how deceitful, how dangerous, how wicked, how short-sighted we parliamentarians are. Look at how we economy the struggle. Look at we Leone's how they depreciate. Look at the ranking what they receive. Internationally, Sierra Leone, one of the poorest countries this year in worse. I think now we there number 2 or number 3, something like that. And as if all this not enough, the parliamentarians then they don't devise a bad plan for make sure say them pay them. Last year this for now, la read and for now. Leona says see this particular one. Last share and for now, Leona see, and this is so. It's so hard, some of we, that if we get power no more, they will for deal with them seriously. Now, this, as soon as they see them screen, in fact, the either self, this, I would say technically, is like the leak. You see, if you say for me screen, that not the be lie down for man people because it's not too clear, but lie down quick. As soon as they see a bill entitled the Parliament Act 2023, being an act to provide for the establishment of parliamentary commission, to provide for the leadership and the governance structure of parliament, to provide for the establishment of parliamentarians and parliamentary service, to provide for salaries and other benefits of members of parliament and other staff, to provide for other related matters, enacted by the president and members of parliament in this present parliament assembled. Now, Section 3, a copy of the annual report approved by the commission shall be laid before parliament not later than 4 months after the end of the financial year to which it relates. Part 5, Part 6, salaries and order. Let's push on and see the next page. Let's see how people and politicians are so dangerous. Salaries and other benefits. The Speaker of Parliament shall, at the start of every parliament and in any case not later than 3 months of the commencement of the first session of a new parliament, by statutory instruments, prescribe condition of service of the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, members of Parliament, Clerk of Parliament, and parliamentary service. A statutory instrument under Section 1 shall, before passed by Parliament, be submitted to the President for his comment within 14 working days, and any comment by the President shall be deemed to be a motion for debate by the leader of the government business. Notwithstanding subsection 1 and subject to state salaries, pension, gratuities, and other benefits Act 2001, at the commemoration of this act, and the following condition of service shall apply. Outgoing Speaker, now listen, outgoing Speaker shall be entitled to the following at the time of leaving office. Outgoing Speaker shall be entitled to the following at the time of leaving office. 1, retain one of the official vehicles in his possession. The government money and the government motukade, the Speaker don't pass it, they don't put a bill for say when they go, then for Gian this particular mutuka, if for take one mutuka, it not tap day. The Speaker of Parliament home furniture to the tune of 50,000 leones. 50,000 leones that like 500,000 and for buy for furniture before you go. Now, further, any person who before coming to be a member of Parliament has served as short member for 2 terms of the Speaker, the Deputy, for qualifying period of 5 years is entitled to monthly pension calculated at 80% of their gross terminal salaries. All of those parliamentarians, the way they go, then therefore they get salary 80%. If they pay them 60 million, then forget 40 million. Now they forget, even though they don't come out of Parliament. These are the below there in a Parliament where they can pass. Any person who before ceasing to be a member of Parliament has served as such member of Parliament for 2 terms and has further served a Clerk of Parliament for qualifying period of 5 years is entitled to a monthly pension calculated at 80% of his gross terminal salaries. So meaning all the parliamentarians then, we don't serve 2 terms, then they continue still, they pay them. Even though Salon no gets money, they don't care, not to them business. You see how technical it is? You see how them people are dangerous? You see how Salon politicians are bad? Now, we continue. Provided that former member of parliament who serve for one term shall be paid off one term of Leone's equivalent of 50,000 United States dollars in lieu of monthly pension. Now, what does this say? This particular size say any member of parliament will serve only one time, then forgive $50,000. $50,000, where it close to 1 billion leones. Can you imagine? 50,000 United States dollars, then forgive each one of them. Imagine how many we get up to 140 something, 49 something, 49 or 50 parliamentarians. Each one of them forget $50,000. The one that will serve one term. The one that will serve two terms, every month and they get 80% of their salary. So if it now be 60,000, 600,000, 60 million, then they get 40 million. Now not happening. Now we continue. There shall be an increment of 25% in the pension of former member of parliament every 5 years. They're not happening. They're not happening. Apart from the $50,000 we then go for Gidi parliamentarian. Imagine all these last days. Every 5 years, then for Gidi 25% increment. 25% increments, and then for Gidi. Long go before. The Speaker of Member of Parliament and the Clerk of Parliament shall be entitled to 2 months recess each year and 1 month gross salary in revenue allowance. The sitting fee for the Speaker, the Member of Parliament, Clerk of Parliament, and the Chamber Clerk shall be computed on a daily sitting basis. The Clerk of Parliament shall be entitled to domestic servant allowance calculated at 20% of his basic monthly salary. This shall be an internal parliament. There shall be an internal parliamentary medical insurance scheme to cater for the health workers of parliament, a member of parliament inclusive. Meaning, apart from where they give them this fabulous money, the members of parliament for get special insurance where for cover their health and their family. Now, all right, now look at the last page. The last page, what did the last page say? Now, the last page, any person who before ceasing to be a member of parliament has served as a short member for 2 terms of Speaker of Parliament deputy and for qualifying period of 5 years is entitled to a monthly pension calculated at 80% of their gross terminal salaries. Any person who before ceasing to be a member of parliament has served as short member for 2 terms and as further served as Clerk of Parliament for qualifying period of 5 years is entitled to a monthly pension calculated at 80% is gross terminal salaries, provided that the former member of parliament who served for 1 term shall be paid off one-off payment of $50,000. So, in summary, what in this all the time for do? What in this all the time for talk? This now a leaked document, I would say. The parliamentarian then do and deliberately, if you follow social media, in 2018, when this government just came to power, when President Bio say they meet the economy in shambles, they wreck the economy. Now, I want just refresh people. I just want to refresh people. Waiting them be say before I can with law refresh this to people. Waiting President Julius Maada Bio in government say before because I want bring come some journalogy. Yeah, I want join the piece together. Lord bring come what he then say. just a second. Now look for this clip. Now old clip, but irrelevant in this discussion. Just for show you how wicked we are as Sierra Leoneans. All right, the clip, they look, see the stiff. All right, if we see the clip, we'll go play it later. But the point I want to make here is, when governments be changed, when President Julius Maada Bio came to power, President Julius Maada Bio announced internationally, say he made almost zero, and that's the previous government don't wreck the economy, which to Salon people, they announced to Salon people and said this are the worst thing would ever happen to it since independence. However, immediately after that, what do we see? The parliamentarians, they made them pay them fabulous amount of money. Among the things that the parliamentarians asked for, then for buy for them clothes. Well, listen for us, what the chief minister be say, fine, I don't fend this. Just for that point, I bring some points. I just want to carry this so that we will understand where they come from. Lord, listen, what the chief minister be say.
Now let me turn to the findings of the report. We found that at the time of assuming office as president on the 4th of April 2018, Sierra Leone was in a state of near financial bankruptcy and facing the worst economic crisis since independence in 1961. We have produced the evidence in this report to support this claim. Your Excellency, we found that at the time you assumed office, the international reputation and credibility of Sierra Leone was battered and at its lowest ebb because of the rampant corruption, gross mismanagement, and leadership failure of the former APC government, making Sierra Leone the most corrupt country in the world and one of the poorest. Also, Your Excellency, we found a shocking level of complete disregard and disrespect by the former APC government for law and order, democratic accountability, and constitutional order. We found, Your Excellency, that the leadership of the former APC government behaved as if they were above the law and appropriated the state and its natural resources as their own private property. They signed contracts with mining companies and approved by the APC-dominated parliaments in which mining companies were permitted not to pay any taxes to the country in return for bribes.
Fumble, the point where I want to get is, when this government come into power, what did they say? They say they meet the economy in shambles, near bankruptcy. What did the parliamentarians do? Parliamentarians in late 2018, Parliament made the same attempt to push this on reasonable requests for increase in salaries and benefits for themselves, but the people of Sierra Leone rejected it. If not, they follow social media, this was happening. This was what we hope happens now. Only when the parliament votes to increase the minimum wage in the country, only when the parliament and the government can prove that the lives of the ordinary citizens have improved as a result of their work, and only then will they be morally justified to award themselves with a salary increase. This was what we are looking for. But however, it's not happening like that. We see this disgraceful bill back then in 2018 as a total disregard to the majority of Sierra Leoneans' will to build a better economy after decades of alleged plunder by many of the same politicians who seek better pay now. And we wish to reiterate our vote stance against rewarding incompetence and failed promises. With all those promises, these politicians, these parliamentarians were there when the president threw away the Auditor General, sacked unconstitutionally, he removed him from office for no good reason. Therefore, we are calling on the parliamentarians to withdraw this proposal with immediate effect. I wish we able to get this kind of voice for reach to the parliamentarians and say this is unacceptable. We are not against rewarding hard work. The people that just get this. But if parliamentarians want higher salaries, they must show that they have actually done so to bring the bread and butter to the people's table. But as it is now, many Sierra Leoneans or the majority of Sierra Leone will tell you that nothing of short has been happening. The bread and butter issue is out. So 2018, it happened. Don't again 2020. The parliamentarian again, then table another bill. Then try 2018, then fail. So then come back in 2020, then pass a bill. Then forgive them Motokawe worth $50,000. That time it was around $500 million, but now it don't pass. The parliamentarians and they also asked for make them give them a wardrobe allowance. But then I be paying me past everything. It be paying me for buy for them clothes. Then for buy for them clothes. They asked for more than 300%. The increment so they be asked for. Apart from asking that increment, they forget sitting allowance, they forget top-up allowance, they forget risk allowance, they forget medical allowance. All of this when you combine, they see the feasibility, they see the reality of the economy for making able to support this. Now, if they pass this into a law, it don't become incumbent upon the next president or the next government for do short, because the parliamentarians, these are the lawmakers, and then they make law. So which means this particular demand, it don't become a law. So once it don't become a law, it continue. Unless another government come, then she say, no, we not agree, the reverser. But it's highly unlikely for let that happen. Why? Because when parliamentarians then come, the new one not for come, it's an incentive for them. Now incentive, because the previous predecessors, they don't work for them, they don't lay for them the foundation, they don't play the bed for them. So you see how dangerous and wicked. Now we see this very parliament, then they know the truth of this parliament, that then I will say they're reckless in their behavior. The reason why I say they are reckless, because we see this very parliament gets the bold mind. Another parliament back then, Tijan Kaba in government, Tijan Kaba sees Abbas Bundu in property then, where then be set a commission of inquiry, where then discover say Abbas Bundu thief Salomoni. Abbas Bundu thief Salomoni and Billows, the government of Salon back then, Tijan Kaba in term, they arrest then found them guilty and take in property, then get into the states. What did Abbas Bundu do? When Abbas Bundu can have power, because Naina the Speaker of Parliament unconstitutionally, why they say so? Because the 10 APC parliamentarians, if they be there, definitely SLPP not for get the speakership, they not for get the speaker, then they clear. But then do it unconstitutionally, it's fine. We don't talk, you don't know now. The point what I make is Abbas Bundu talk to incompetent, then change the law, then get in property. So that I make the commission of inquiry of President Julius Maada Bio said now null and void, because they work, we know they respect. So the parliamentarians they don't get any arguments for points for say they don't work for the saloon people. They don't get any substance for acts for huge amount of benefits, whether they go now. Now, like how with that particular side the way I want how it's done the way Abbas Bundu deliberately use parliament for take in property where they don't seize Nayan decades ago, where it be so wrong, we don't know how we'll describe it. Lord, listen.
I, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, representing Consensus 030, beg to lay on the table of this honorable house a petition that concerns a Sierra Leonean of this great republic. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in lieu of detail, I pray that this petition be read by the clerk in accordance with SO 17, paragraph 4 and paragraph 5.
Now, the leader for the Coalition for Change C4C party at the Salon Parliament, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, moved the motion for lay one petition at the well of Parliament on behalf of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, Speaker of the Salon Parliament, for make member them of Parliament cancel one tough decision where the same Salon Parliament been make inside June 24, 2007 for seize two of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu in host them inside Freetown by force. And a member of Parliament for constituency 07 at Kailaun districts, Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, been second this motion. This now because one commission of inquiry with the Salon government under late President Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba set up inside 1998 been fenot say Dr. Abbas Chernobundu been use government copper where it not been get the right way for get them property them yeah, and this been take place December 1999 after where the commission been complete in work and publish waiting them been fenot inside one white paper year 2000 where them been present to first term President Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba, but according to the petition, where Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina lay in a Parliament on behalf of Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, Dr. Bundu not been there inside Salon the time where the government set up the commission of inquiry for investigate him, and Dr. Bundu not been even get lawyer for defend him during this process. We make now waiting on the government that time they been say inside the commission of inquiry, but Dr. Bundu, the judge them been take and make decision. We been give Dr. Bundu quarterdeck. This will make Dr. Abbas Chernobundu being going to the appeals court for challenge this ruling by the Commission of Inquiry that same day. And according to this petition, Dr. Bundu been win the government na court on this matter and it not been tapped as it been same way so go to the Supreme Court and win the government according to this petition. But the government of first term President Kaba through the Minister of Lands been bypass the appeals court and Supreme Court decision them we been there in favor of Dr. Bundu and been moved na Parliament for make government seize Dr. Bundu into host them by force based on the first ruling from the Commission of Inquiry and the white paper. For sake of this inside this petition, Dr. Abbas Chernobundu say he ready for present the two ruling them from the appeals court and the Supreme Court, where show say it be win the government that same day as it been challenged the white paper recommendation where them be get from the Commission of Inquiry and all other document them for show say it get right for get back in property them. We been grabbed for talk on this matter at the well of Parliament. The acting leader of the main opposition APC party at the Salon Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, say them as opposition no go deny this petition for make Dr. Abbas Chernobundu get back into host them, but get two other people them we suffer the same balo like Dr. Bundu under bad law, and them want for make them people yourself get chance for make Parliament look inside them case.
And this time we have no intention of coming to any contrary view, except to state that we have two other citizens of this republic who suffered the same fate as Dr. Bundu, and whose cases will also be heard in this house. And we want to give notice here that we are going to encourage Mrs. Matilda Sise and Sani Sise and Aaron Gooding, Esquire, who also suffered at the hands of bad legislation.
We be the respond to the acting leader of the APC party at the Salon Parliament. The acting Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Segepo Solomon Thomas, say the Parliament now ready for look inside any other person in case we favor Dr. Abbas Bundu in yon for make sure say people get justice, as it make them clear say the Parliament now ready for correct any wrong with other Parliament them before now been done commit.
At the time this matter was brought to Parliament, that at the time Parliament decided on this matter, the matter had already been dealt with by the Supreme Court. So that's all more reason why I thought that that particular procedure was flawed at the time. And of course, I've been informed again, and I do verily believe, that there are several cases of this nature. We are a different Parliament, and we are ready to entertain any such application. Let them come. If you have your relatives, you have your friends who have similar cases, This parliament is a different parliament, and we are here to right the wrongs. Thank you very much, honorable members, for this historic day of justice, and I hope and pray that we continue to move as a parliament to correct all the wrongs that are done to citizens of the country.
This na the first time where the Salone Parliament they take this kind of decision for go back and look inside ruling where it be don't take before now and condemn and cancel them because them say in all rights and waiting clear again na that Dr. Abbas Chernobundu, the Speaker of Parliament, don't get back in property them with government under late President Dr. Ahmad Tijan.
All right, so Fambul, when I don't get this, you see how them people are not care about the ordinary person. You see how them people are lawless. You see how them people are they set bad precedents. Because if the government, the then government of Tijan Kaba, found guilty Abbas Bundu for say it thief Salone money and then bill us and season Ozende, then the same Abbas Bundu, because he get power now, he use the same parliament for make he get in property. So the commission of inquiry, where President Julius Maada Bio sets, where they don't begin take some APC members in parliament, when APC can have power, 100%, mark this 100%, then say go use the same parliament or then go use other law for take them property back. Because SLPP don't set the precedent. They don't set up. They don't lay the foundation. So as if all these insults not enough, then they don't can pass a bill back where them forgive them a huge amount of money. You also have one time you they get $50,000 when I like almost $1 billion now. I mean $1 billion leones. Can you imagine? Look at the economy. The economy they shrink. The cost of living of the ordinary people. Water not day. Now many parts of the country, now the city. Water not day. Lights not day. The roads are still a problem. If them people are truly care about the ordinary person, believe me, not to the term this way them for say them for pay them money then they. Not to the term. You don't go just grab our money, you say you go tell the supervisor, I mean the boss, you say them for increase your salary. You for dictate, you know, you for dictate your terms and conditions. Me not see now when they employ somebody, if they can't dictate how them for paying benefits, how them for I don't see that there because the member of parliament. These are employees of Sierra Leoneans in the sense now we they pay them, then they get payments from the consolidated funds. So any amount of money, I mean any benefit where they're entitled, then get for use their common sense, analyze the economy, analyze the current status before they pass them bill and they. But they don't care if everybody they dies, let die. What's them in the family, they're okay. That's fine. That's fine. So this now another leaked document where I hope if then they listen and did some of them then they listen, may them go reverse them back because posterity go judge them. And apart from that, we the people of Salone will go for rise against them, and some of them laws there will go ask me to revisit them back because this is unacceptable, realistic, feasible in the economy. We not get that money for continue for pay them people there. Even though they get XXXX, another 25% then for increase in their salary, even though they are not working for Sierra Leone anymore or they are not members of parliament, they should continue to receive 80% of their initial salary, plus 25% after every year, every 5 years. Sometimes I just wish I get the power one day. I able hold some of them at ransom, hold them, squeeze them, make sure say they confess and sins them. It is an evil plan because if this belong, if I know say President Biya go sign am, when this go come into law, now from the money where will you get for buy medicine? Now they don't get for pull them pay them. When this thing come into law, now the money where them for take them go buy the ad for buy medicine for Putsaguma Valley. Now they pull them pay them. When this come into law, Because some man don't know insignificance. He goes, how they? That make me know they call them. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even see them say as honorable. These are dishonorable. You understand? When this came into law, the money where government for take for paying for put into electricity, now then they pull, then take, then give them. When this came into law, now the money where government for take for make road, if you not do, now then they take, then give them for pay them. When this came into law, now the money where government for use for subsidize for fuel, now government they take, then pay them. When this came into law, now the money where government they use for even maybe import gas or subsidize gas, then pay them. When this came into law, now the money where governments they use for pay school for add now the education, for improve the education, they take them pay them. When this came into law, now the government money where government they take for put into agriculture, they take for pay them. When this came into law, now the money the government will take from the consolidated fund money when an emergency in case of flooding take place because government get contingency funds where they are the constitution, now in them go take them pay them. You see how treacherous, you see how dangerous, you see how heartless these people are. You see? Anyway, let's get some of our text there. This one, they come up from Memuna to Safa. They are perishable honorables, maybe. They don't care about the common man. Absolutely, I agree with you, Memuna too. This one, they come up from Musa Bremer. That's why some honorable are just serving for one term. Yes, if you serve one term, you are going to be paid $50,000. Can you imagine? We are there oversee. We know what Nande mean for let somebody gets Nande. And not to salary, not to salary. $50,000 Nande they give them, which like almost now because of the inflation, close to $1 billion, $1 billion Leone. This one they come up from Aisha. What is good for the goose must be good for the gander. God is watching and waiting. Thank you. This is why everyone wants to be a politician to better themselves. God have mercy. I completely agree with you 1,000%, Aisha. Yes, these are the reason everybody wants. Because imagine you work 5 years, then pay you $50,000, 1 billion loans. 1 billion loans, not to your salary, not to you mass, not to your sitting allowance, not to you top up, not to your wardrobe allowance. Now that made the country the tanga. We not get enough money. Because we not get enough money, the small one we get, people and they use the law, misuse the law, misuse their position for dry the country. All right. This one they come up from Marcela Fatima Conte. Really much appreciated for your time and love. TPP Leon, God bless you. Thank you very much, Marcela. This one they come up from Memuna to Safa. They have done 10 times worse. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. All right. This one they come up from Ahmed Kuruma. This is heartbreaking. No wonder everybody in Sierra Leone want to be a politician. Yeah, this is not the incentive. Not the incentive. You know, this is not the incentive. This one they come from Memuna too. Safa. Oh my God, them people here na hellfire get for be 7 times 7 out for the altar. I'm telling you, these people they are too much. I'm telling you. Oh my God. All right, so Fambul. Yeah, okay. This one they come up from Fatima Niyama. Seeing our beloved Sierra Leone down the drain, it hurts so much. Indeed, Fatima, it really hurts people away our patriots. It really, really hurts. Really, really hurts. You know. Umu Kamara, Ifam. All right. Let's see if we take the last comments for today. All right, so Fambule, now this we get time for we go come most probably tomorrow, or yes, most probably tomorrow, because President Julius Maada Bio done 5 years. We can do some reviews. We can do review about in 5 years we're done, and I hope when I go join with tomorrow, it will be an interesting program. We will depend do the research for gather some of the promises there, in manifesto, in videos there. But perhaps, just perhaps, if if we not get enough materials for produce that program, we might even push on Thursday, or maybe we might divide it into two. We can have tomorrow and Thursday we come with the other part, because in 5 years we get a lot for talk about time. So tell me plenty thank you. We go tap here and we just ask one simple favor always. Do you wanna subscribe? Do you wanna subscribe it? If you are the first on this for January, we welcome you at the family. Let's start Talking Points platform for all Sierra Leoneans, regardless of your party affiliation. And we would ask that ourselves to share to groups them, to family members, invite more people in. And we continue for observe and see some of the what would they say, the founding, or they had I will put the ironclad viewers. In future, we might even try for bring something where at least will be more interesting to now, by maybe on birthdays, or if not get any treats, or go and share with families, we get all them planned in day. So we want to make this as a family. When you get maybe a birthday, you will let us know, and we go comment on your birthday and play for you maybe short music, and if you pick in and just like that. These are all part of the plan, just at least for encourage the family, then continue for support we, so we all will get the benefits of having this platform as a family. So family, I will tap here. We'll come back tomorrow, hopefully, with another interesting program. So this now the sketches and bad plan we parliamentarians don't plan for the economy, and they go into pass because at the last days, and then do it secretly, All right, no family, no bye.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Why not they grow? Yeah, hey, we want for no. Waiting make we country they go slow. Waiting making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die pampo. If I they try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't before do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
This kind of thing you talk about, I like them.
Thing them like half a flavor blabber, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey, hey bo bo, we want for no, we want for no. Wait make we country they go slow, wait making all they grow. Yes so go, I can